Hi, my name is Matthew Peters and I'm an engineer at HashiCorp. Oftentimes I'm asked, what is the business value around adopting the enterprise versions of our products? And in order to fully answer that question, we first have to take a look into how you might be provisioning, securing, deploying, and connecting infrastructure in your data center. So let's take a look at your modern day data center that we have here. You might have some VMware. You're using a product like VRO and VRA to provision it. You're using a product like CyberArk for secrets management. You have some containers in there and you're leveraging OpenShift to manage them. And of course, you have some load balance here that you route traffic to when service comes online. And you use a product like Zookeeper to do some form of service discovery. So the challenge that we see at HashiCorp is when customers, large enterprises or large businesses start to lift and shift to the cloud. So let's take AWS here for example. When you move to AWS or any cloud provider, it's typically a matter of when, not if. And when you do move to the cloud, you have to learn a brand new suite of tools. So if you want to provision to the cloud, leveraging infrastructure as code, you have to use AWS's CloudFormation. If you want to manage secrets in the cloud, you have to use AWS Secrets Manager. If you need to orchestrate containers, you can use EKS. And then of course, you can deploy load balancers in the cloud as well. But if you want to do some form of service discovery, you're going to have to use CloudMap. So the challenge here is you have to learn a number of different sets of tools, a number of different sets of APIs in order to do everything you were doing in the data center as well in the cloud. And this is where the HashiCorp suite comes into play. So the first product we're going to talk about is Terraform. Terraform gives you a unified way to deploy infrastructure as code to the data center or a number of data centers or a cloud provider or any number of cloud providers, right? And the business value that Terraform brings is we allow you to do things like enforce policy as code with a feature like Sentinel, meaning we can put guardrails and governance around our infrastructure to prevent people from doing things like over-provisioning, which can cost you and your business tons of money in the long run. The next product we're going to talk about is Vault. And what Vault is, much like CyberArk and Secrets Manager, it is a secrets management platform, which allows you to do things like store static secrets. Unlike CyberArk and AWS Secrets Manager, you can also do things like generate dynamic secrets. In fact, you can actually also use Vault as an encryption as a service platform to do encryption on behalf of an application. The business value we're talking about with Vault is actually probably the highest out of the rest of the products, right? Because nobody wants to be the next cybersecurity breach that makes a headline across national news or across the internet. So what we give you with Vault is we give you the ability to have highly available secrets, right, across your data center and your cloud providers. We can enforce things like disaster recovery in case you do actually have to lose a data center by accident or a cloud region or cloud provider. And we give you performance standbys. So if you're a company, if you're an online retailer that needs high throughput and low latency, we can actually add performance standbys within Vault to give you that type of model. The next product we're going to talk about is Nomad. And what Nomad is a scheduler for containerized and non-containerized applications. And the business value that Nomad adds to your business is that we actually can do things like hardware utilization, meaning when Nomad is running, it can actually utilize hardware that's actually not being ran to make yourself more efficient on your infrastructure. Last but not least, we're going to talk about Consul. Now what Consul is a service discovery, service registration, and service mesh platform, right? And the value that Consul adds to your business is the ability to do those things based off of service name. So opposed to how we might traditionally do things like load balancing, right? What we do is we can actually load balance based off of the name of the service opposed to the IP address. So now that we can actually do load balancing, we can do service discovery and service segmentation and registration, we can start to eliminate these load balancers from our infrastructure, which can save us tons of time and tons of money, right? Instead of having to deploy load balancers to the physical data center somewhere out there, or having to go out and manually update firewall rules, Consul can actually take the place of a load balancer because of the way that it has been engineered. So if we actually take a high-level overview and zoom out from what we've talked about real quick, what we're really talking about is giving you one set of tools to provision, secure, connect, and deploy your infrastructure right within the entire HashiCorp suite, right? And the business value that we bring with each individual product goes from saving you time, saving you money, and gaining operational and development efficiency. So the return on investment that you really gain from adopting the HashiCorp suite is if you do move over to another cloud provider like Azure or perhaps something like Alibaba, you don't have to use their native tools within the cloud to do the things you've already been doing with the HashiCorp suite, which you gain by actually using our products right within your tool toolset. So if you did move to Azure or Alibaba, you can use our products in order to do everything that you would traditionally do within the cloud or within the data center. I hope this discussion about business value has been extremely helpful. Please visit www.hashicorp.com for more information. Thank you.